Taylor Swift already told us her wedding date out loud in public months ago. Nobody caught it. Okay, so on June 10th, Taylor's sitting courtside at a Knicks game wearing a t-shirt that says Stevie Knicks on it. Cute fun, everyone moved on. Except Stevie Nicks' biggest album, it's called Rumors. And that same week, the rumor everywhere was her wedding. That's not even the wild part. 5 days later, the actual mayor of New York, Zoran Mandani, he's doing a press conference about city security for the summer. And out of nowhere, completely unprompted, he says the words, Taylor Swift's wedding.
A sitting mayor. On camera. Just said it. So now we know it's real. We know it's soon. But here's what almost nobody has pieced together yet. She told us the exact date back in August. And she did it with math. Travis Kelce went on his podcast months ago and said something that seemed like a throwaway comment. He said Taylor's favorite number is 13. His Chiefs jersey number is 87. 13 plus 87 is 100. Stay with me. Now take the wedding date everyone's been whispering about, July 3rd. July is month 7. Add the 3. That's 10. Not 100. 10. But here's the thing. Taylor has said on the record multiple times that she's obsessed with numerology. She doesn't pick numbers randomly. Ever.
And July 3rd isn't just any date. It's the one day this entire summer that Madison Square Garden, the actual venue, the actual garden, has nothing booked. Nothing. Empty calendar on a building that hosts events almost every single night of the year. So we've got the garden connection, we've got the empty calendar, we've got the mayor confirming it by accident, we've got the numerology. And there's one more thing nobody's talking about yet. Something happening right now in a warehouse 3 hours away from New York City. Let's go through every single clue in order, because once you see this, you're not going to be able to unsee it. Let's go back to the beginning, because once you know what to look for, this whole thing falls apart in the best way. August 26th, 2025, the engagement announcement. One photo, Travis on one knee, flowers everywhere. A garden. At the time, everyone just thought, okay, romantic, pretty location, moving on. Nobody thought twice about it. But Taylor doesn't pick locations, she picks symbols. And a garden? For a woman who has performed at Madison Square Garden 8 times, including her actual 30th birthday, a garden is not just a garden. It's a hint. Now, here's a clue almost nobody clocked. Back in April, a top wedding planner named Tara Gerard had to come out and publicly say, it's not me, I'm not the one planning this wedding. Stop and think about that for a second. Why would a wedding planner need to deny working with Taylor Swift months before anyone was even seriously asking? Because people were already digging. Fans were already calling planners, already trying to find the answer before Taylor wanted them to. And here's the part that really gives it away. The actual planner Pin 6 eventually identified goes by the name Mark Seed. His past clients include Jennifer Lawrence, and he's known for exactly one thing. He does not talk, ever, which tells you something important. Whatever this wedding actually is, it's being treated like a level of secrecy usually reserved for, government stuff. Okay. Now, before Madison Square Garden ever entered the conversation, there were reports Taylor and Travis were eyeing a venue in Rhode Island, the Ocean House, in a town called Watch Hill, where Taylor actually owns a home. On June 13th, word got out there was a wedding happening at the Ocean House that day. Hundreds of Swifties showed up, cameras ready. It wasn't her wedding. Some other couple's actual wedding day got completely hijacked by fans hoping to catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift. Imagine being that bride. So Rhode Island was either a decoy from the start or it was real and got abandoned the second it leaked. Either way, the location moved somewhere bigger, somewhere with way more security. Madison Square Garden. Now, let's talk about the date, because this is where it stops being a vibe and starts being actual math. Travis went on his own podcast a while back and mentioned something that seemed totally random at the time. He said Taylor's favorite number is 13, which fans already know this. It's followed her career since she was a teenager. Then he mentioned his own jersey number, 87. 13 plus 87 is 100. Just a fun fact at the time, nothing more. But then July 3rd starts circulating as the actual wedding date. And remember, Taylor has said on the record in a UK radio interview, quote, "I love numerology. I love math stuff. I love dates." So here's the connection. July is the 7th month. The wedding date is the 3rd. 7 and 3. Same digits that show up everywhere once people started looking. Not some giant cosmic number, just 2 small digits sitting right there in the date. The same way small numbers have shown up in her music and her career for over a decade. That's not proof on its own, but it's exactly the kind of
It's the day before July 4th, Independence Day, a holiday Taylor has publicly loved for years. She's posted about it, built entire aesthetic moments around it for over a decade. This year, July 4th lands on a Saturday, which means July 3rd kicks off a long weekend, a wedding weekend, built around a holiday she already loves, on a date with her numbers buried in it, in a building that's literally called the Garden. And then comes the part that turned this from a fan theory into something nearly official. June 15th, a press conference. Completely unrelated topic, the mayor of New York, Zohran Mamdani, talking about the city's ability to handle major summer events, security planning, standard logistics stuff. And then, with zero prompting, he says the words, Taylor Swift's wedding. A city mayor on the record at an official city press conference? People immediately went, wait, what did he just say?
He didn't elaborate. He moved right on to the next topic like he hadn't just casually confirmed the biggest celebrity rumor of the year. But you don't accidentally say Taylor Swift's wedding in the middle of a security briefing unless it's already on your city's official radar, unless there are road closures being discussed, unless NYPD is already planning around it behind the scenes. That's not a theory anymore. That's a mayor's office treating this as a real, logistically significant event. And then TMZ dropped a detail that genuinely broke the internet a little. A massive stage being built right now at a place called Rock Lidditz in Pennsylvania, a campus where actual stadium tours get built, not some random warehouse. According to TMZ sources, read that again. Not a tour, not a concert, one single event built in total secrecy. If you're building stadium-level production for something that isn't a tour, what else would it possibly be for? So let's put it together. A garden in the engagement photos and a venue literally called the Garden. A wedding planner denying involvement months before anyone seriously asked. A real venue in Rhode Island that got swarmed and abandoned. A jersey number and a favorite number that quietly point to a pattern she's repeated for years. A date that hides her numbers in plain sight. A holiday weekend she's loved publicly for a decade. A mayor who said the words out loud on